Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. Today we're looking at, again, the Breitling Endurance Pro on loan from Saltzmans, and then my Snowflake and my Submariner. Purpose of this video is just to discuss different materials here. This is carbon composite case, and then rubber strap. That's not the point of the discussion. Also, the buckle and tang are the same Breitling material. And then we have titanium here represented by the Grand Seiko Snowflake. And then on the right, representing stainless steel, we have my Rolex Submariner. I chose these two just because they're the most expensive stainless steel and titanium watch that I own. And then this one, Breitling offers a watch with this case material that has an MSRP of $7,500, and that is the Avenger Hurricane. MSRP on the Snowflake is $5,800. They haven't increased the price on this. It's been that price for at least 3 years that I know of. And then the reason why I say that is because Rolex has just increased all their prices for 2022. This watch I purchased last year. I believe it was $8,100. The price for it now is $8,950 from the authorized dealer. So I say that because it's really hard to get one. Actually, it's really hard to get any stainless steel Rolex. And the price for this on the secondary market, I just looked, is anywhere from $14,000 to $15,000. Actually, I saw one that had just sold for $13,750. I don't know what shape it was in, just looking at the listings real quick. And then there's another one that's listed for $15,300. Anyway, the point of this video is to compare Breitling to titanium to stainless steel. The weight of this watch, the Breitling Endurance Pro, is 65 grams. It's amazingly light. Every time I pick it up, I kind of just feel it around in my hand, throw it up a little bit, and toss it up, whatever you want to say. Very carefully, though. I don't want to drop that watch since it's on loan. And then Grand Seiko Snowflake, I just weighed it. Size for my wrist, of course, is 93 grams. Every time I pick this watch up out of the watch box, it throws me off because it is so light. It looks like metal because it is metal, but it looks like stainless steel, and you expect it to be a heavier weight, and it's just not. I mean, that's funny. Picking this up compared to that this feels like nothing in your hand. It feels like holding onto a piece of paper or a feather. And then Rolex Submariner. This one weighs 149 grams, of course, sized for my 6.5-inch wrist. Oh, I guess I got some scratches on here. No, it's bound to happen. I really baby this watch. I guess you could say this is the crown jewel of my collection. I don't know, but yeah, really appreciate being able to own this watch. So anyway, I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on if you were, say, let's pretend that this is the Avenger and this is $7,500, and this one is, say, you can get it from the AD for $8,950, and this one you could buy. You may even be able to get a discount on these. I don't know. I bought this used a few years ago by now. So, what would you put your money on? A titanium? This is grade 5 titanium, by the way. Stainless steel or Breitling. You gotta look at the dial on this thing. The Snowflake dial is amazing. And then also that sweep of the spring drive second hand. I could stare at that for an hour probably. I mean, it's just, oh, so good. Watch it go over this indice here. Let's see, maybe I can I like how you can see the reflection of that second hand in the indices. Yeah, Swarovski polishing is amazing, especially considering it's with titanium. I've never polished titanium. I have stainless steel, but definitely an art to it. I got my fingerprints on there. Let's see if I can get that off of there real quick with my t-shirt. Only downside to the high polish watch like this, if you get scratches on it, it's not so easy to get it out. I see some little wiggles in the surface there, distortion. Also, there's a new Grand Seiko white birch spring drive out now. Previously, it was just offered with the high beat. So I might have to go to the dealer and check one of those out, take a look at it. I think if I remember correctly, the price on that one's $8,500, but maybe that's just dyslexic to the $5,800 on this. I don't remember exactly. All right, let me get each of these on wrist. Just a short little video today, and I'll show the lume at the end. Well, this one doesn't, not for this, but for the other two, we'll show the lume. So these are all three different kind of style watches. This can make a decent 3-watch collection. You got the dress watch or dressier watch. You got the dive watch. And then you got the chronograph. Okay, let's zoom out here. I know some folks don't like the power reserve, so actually that reminds me that the new white birch spring drive does not have a power reserve on it. Other downside to this watch in particular is it's a little bit thick. Well, I'll show it to you compared to the Submariner there. I know this one is 13 mil thick because I just did the full video on this. This one I think is 12 and a half, somewhere between 12 and a half and 13, just like the Submariner. And this does not have micro adjust. Oh yeah, I gotta show off the movement on this. What was I thinking? I'll zoom back in a moment. Hopefully you don't mind. I have to show that, I think it's the balance wheel that just spins around in there. Where's it at? There we go. See those gears just spinning away there? Yeah, I really enjoy this watch. I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Okay, let's go to Submariner next. Guess I'm kind of going up in watch diameter size. This one I was a little concerned it'd be too big for my wrist, but seeing as how it's a dive watch, I'm okay with it. Rolex calls it a 41. And then it does have the male links. This watch wears super comfortably on wrist, and I'm still trying to figure out how the magic behind that, because it's got the large clasp here. It's long, it's wide, it's a little bit thick, and then with the male end links, I didn't think it'd wear all that well, but it does. It just works. Then the Breitling. So this one's quite a bit larger than the other two. It's 44, Breitling calls it a 44 millimeter diameter. I measure the bezel itself at 44.8, and lug to lug on it is 52.5, and my wristband I measured a while ago at 52, so the lugs do overhang my wrist. Maybe not from this perspective. Yeah, it looks like it's, there we go, the same. Very cool watch. It'd be nice to have it in the collection, but just can't do it. It's too many watches, too much money in watches. Oh, I don't think I noticed that before. It looks like the edges of the 3, 6, and 9 are orange. That is funny. You know, every time you look at a watch, you kind of notice something different about them. Or maybe it's a reflection of the chapter ring. I'm going to have to zoom in and check that out. I'm assuming it's a reflection of the chapter ring. Otherwise, they'd have to, every dial color they use, they would have to have different color indices. I have to remember to turn off the chronograph before I send it back. Don't want to use up all the battery on this thing. Zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are the edges of those orange, or is that just a reflection of the chapter ring? I think they're actually orange. Wow. Well, that's a very neat detail. All right, so yeah, you know what? We'll do the loom and then we'll close out the video. But if you guys could hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me and helps me out, helps the channel grow. Like the video, all that great stuff. Leave a comment below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on bright light versus stainless steel or titanium. Or does it not matter to you? You just buy the watch because of how it looks. Here, let's reset this. Snaps back. Very cool. All right, we'll pause the video and check out the loom here. Well, not exactly a fair comparison, but just because I have them both on the table, let's check out the loom. Rolex Submariner on the right, obviously, and then on the left we have Breitling Endurance Pro chronograph. Well, as always, I thank you for taking the time. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.